Morning, everybody. Grandpa Doss here, Grandpa Doss Farms, or you can call me Ralph. Oh man, I tell you what, listen, it's cold, and for the next week or so, all you're going to hear are the homesteaders, farmers, anybody who's got animals. You're going to hear about this cold snap we've got coming. It is not just cold, it is frigid. You can see the puppies in the background, they're okay. But that is going to be the big story on probably everybody's video. You know, one thing I've learned over the last 4 years is that's what I wake up thinking about. That's me. You know, how we protect these animals from the cold, what's best for them, and so that's kind of what we're going to cover today. We're going to feed everybody, and I'm going to show you what I've done to make our animals as warm as possible. I actually have done something that I said I wasn't going to do, which won't be the first time, because you know, never say never. So we're going to see that here pretty quickly. Thank you all for coming along. I really appreciate it. You know when it's cold at Grandpa Doss Farms, because here's the deal. Let me show you something. You know when it's cold here when I wear my onesie. I got my onesie on, see? I also have my complete face covering, all but my little pudgy little cheeks that come out right here, okay? But it keeps these cheeks warm, and my onesie keeps these cheeks warm, okay? That's important. All right, too much information. Something else we're going to talk about in this video. Hang on a second, I gotta let my livestock guardian cats in. Here you go, mama. That's froze. Go in there and let's go get a mouse. Something else we'll cover, because I know that Grandma and I are going to end this video up. Got a couple things I want to talk to you about. But one is, I put out, about a week ago, I had everybody guess what my middle name was, right? Try to guess. And so it's been kind of fun watching. Some of you have been wondering when I'm going to put that out. And I thought, okay, today's a good day. I wanted to let it go a few days, a couple videos. Probably had 2 or 3 of you that were spot on. Probably more than that, but that's all the comments that I read. So some of them are pretty funny. My favorite guess, though. Somebody said, is your middle name Elvis? Because it starts with an E, and I've never thought about that. But I thought, oh man, that's what I wish my middle name was, Elvis. But it's not, okay? It's something else. Some of you guessed it. A lot of good guesses out there, hundreds of guesses. And it was kind of fun, so we'll cover that. So, yeah, here we are. Woo! Last night, come on, baby, there we go. At about 11 o'clock, it started raining, it thundered, it lightninged. You'd think it was springtime. When we went to bed last night, temperatures was 59 degrees. Woke up this morning, it was 39. Within a couple hours, it was 30. Right now, 23. 23 degrees. Our high today is 21. With all that rain, I can see right here, right now, the ground, this is frozen. It's been such a quick temperature change that it's froze that water that hit the ground. Woo! So she's cold. Now here's the important thing. Here's our heated bowls for water. Hey, they're good, not frozen. I like that. I can't remember, I hope that they're good to about 0 degrees or even colder, because that's what it's going to get. We've got some 0 and a couple of below 0 temps coming up next week. So here's the deal for the chickens. We'll start with the birds, okay? Here's what I've done. Something I said I wasn't going to do, but hi girls, I hope you all can see that. I put in, it's kind of dark out here still. I put in straw. That is several flakes of straw, so you've got about, 4 inches of insulation here on the floor, okay? So the birds, hi Mags, there's Mags right there. You probably hope it lightens up with this camera. Looks pretty dark to me, but anyhow, all the birds are still in here, and my door is shut too. I knew it froze shut. I got to get that little door open. Hang on a second. So yeah, I put straw down there in their floor to insulate that bottom, because underneath here, you see, it's open under here. It's just open. Oh boy, and I didn't want that cold air to come up through that floor, so let's see, how do I get this thing open? Where's the button? Oh, here. Oh, it's just froze, man. Darn. Come on, baby. Now, this is the same kind of door Chad has, but I've been having, Chad from Doss Farms, he's had all kinds of trouble with this door. I actually got mine after his, and mine's been doing fine. Come on, baby. But today, I think because it got wet last night, and there's something in there too. Okay, piece of straw. It's stuck. So I got to work on that. Hang on. I got to get that up. Come on, dude. Oh, man, I don't have... Woo! Come on. Well, there's the first thing with this weather. I was wondering about that. You know what I could do? Hang on a second. Hang on a minute. Hold on. Here's the door that come with it. This is the manual one. Here's what we got going on. Let's do this. Did I cover that up? Oh, that come open. There we go. How about that? Okay. Let's do that for now. Boy, some of y'all were probably hollering at me, get the other door. Get the other door, Grandpa. Now, they don't have their little ramp to come down on, but there we go, girls. They can come in and out of here until I get this one working. Hope I didn't break it. I may have broke it. Okay, now chickens, folks, as would apply to any animal, the main things that you want to have, obviously food and fresh water. Try to keep your water thawed. Plenty of food. Food consumption, food digestion heats up their body temperature inside, just like you and me, okay? So we got to have food. That's providing they want to come out and eat. That's the first thing. All right, so we're going to throw some wormies around. You're probably not going to see them birds, not first thing this morning, because they're probably thinking, what is going on? I ain't going out there, because this is their first round with cold temperatures like this. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Dun 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 dun. Some things will never change. That is that wormy dance. We have to do the wormy dance. All right, let's put a little scratch down here, like so. I don't even know. I'm going to put some out here, but I don't think these birds are going to give two hoots about coming out here. Now I have to keep this water, these hoses, off of this faucet so that it doesn't freeze up our frost free right in here, okay? Because that water now has drained back down underground. So this, I'll be honest with you, from now till at least maybe the end of next week, that's going to be frozen. These hoses are going to be frozen. Now what I've done down where the goats and pigs are, I filled up their big troughs, right, that have heaters in them. So I should have a good week supply down there for everybody to have water. If not, I'll have to tote a little water, but I don't anticipate that. But if I do, I do. You know, we'll just go old school and I'll tote some water around. I'm not above doing that. Here we go. I'm going to put this out here, folks. I just don't know if they'll come out for a while. I don't blame them. But we'll throw some, hi baby, no mouse today, honey. I know they come in here and go mouse hunting every morning, but I don't think we have any mouse. I'm going to throw some out there. Wormies out here. Just leave that like that. I hope that doesn't throw them off enough that they don't want to come out there, you know. I would think they'd come on out that opening when they're good and ready. Chickens, all animals, I was saying about the food and the water, the shelter, out of the wind and dry. If they have that combination right there, all these animals out here, I've already researched it, can stand sub-zero temperatures. All right, you watch your chickens, you know, those of you that have chickens, those of you who don't, they get in there, they fluff their feathers up, they create a heat barrier in there, okay, insulate themselves. They also will buddy up, so the birds will be good right here in this coop with the straw, with the food, and so forth. Okay, so the birds, I feel very confident, are good. Grandpa, why don't you put a heat lamp in there? Why don't you put a light bulb in there? Why don't you? No, I've never done that. We've never had an issue with the birds. I take that back. Down there a couple, 3 years ago when we had just the tarps up, we had a couple of roosters, part of their combs got frostbit, but that was a different situation. This right here is good. We got it covered now, so I don't want to put anything in here that might take a chance to catch fire. If a bulb burst, had a short somewhere, or the other danger is this. You get those birds used to a 50, 60 degree temp in here. Then they jump out and it's 0 degrees. Boom, I think you probably have a bird popsicle. You know, they just keel over dead. They can't stand that extreme up and down. No animal can. We can't. You know, I've heard of these ice baths now. I ain't doing that, by the way. But, you know, I don't like that extreme type temperature either. So you got to keep them kind of steady. All right. But they got plenty of food. Okay. But again, let's see what they're doing. I don't think we're going to see too many birds out and about today. They're just not going to be. Hi guys. Hi. Everybody's, yeah, they're just, look at them. See them over there? Yeah, they're not ready to go yet. Mags ain't ready to go, but they may just decide to stay in there, but they got a thick bed of straw. Can you see that? There we go. Well, I will just continue to keep that straw in there, and as they pack it down, I'll just put more on, make it a little thicker and thicker. Yeah, it's going to be a mess to clean up after the fact, but it helps me sleep at night, all right? And you know me, that's my driving force. Whatever helps me sleep at night with these animals. Now, Mama is out. Did you guys see Baby come out? No, Baby, she's still over there. You little goofball. That's the bird situation. They'll be good no matter what the temp is. They can stay inside, they can come out, whatever they want to do. The floor is insulated, they're away from the wind, and it's dry. We're good. Okay, now let's go take care of the puppies and the goats and the pigs, and we'll talk about what's going on with them. There's the kitty cats, and we'll also talk about what's going on with the kitty cats. All right, here we go. Hi guys, good morning. Good morning. Now look at those two in the doghouse. That is not where they spent the night, by the way. They spent the night in the porta hut, but right now they just they jump in there. PW goofball. Oh my word. Hi puppies. Oh, hi. Hi there. Yeah, did you get wet last night? I know one of you did, because I was watching you on camera. Yeah, 11 o'clock last night. I'm going to tell on you. Yep. Oh, that's froze. Hang on, folks. Ooh. Okay, I have heated gloves. Puppy, you got to get down. Get off. Somebody says off. Don't use the word down. Use off. Down is different. Really? Come on. I'm not worried about that. At least my worry is her jumping on the gate. I don't like it. I mean, not that I don't like it, but we won't get to turn my gloves on. Hang on a second. I've tried not to, but we've got to get them on. Somebody's going to go, hey, where'd you get those gloves? I got them off Amazon. Got 2 pair. One's better than the other. I don't think there's anything that's perfect, but oh, come on. Come on. Uh-oh. 1 glove down. Okay. That's my good hand, too. Oh, I know. Hi. How you doing, puppy? I know it. You're not supposed to be up there. Everybody's going to be, get that down. Kisses. These kisses. I got you. Kisses. Okay. Hey, that's my hat. Watch it. Okay. I got you. I'm coming in. Let me in. Tell you what I'll do. Tell you what let's do. Let's give them their dentist sticks right now. And that way it'll distract, they'll go away. Go on, you sillies. Did I just bribe them to do the right thing or the wrong thing? Man, I don't know. Here we go. I know that they're over there now, so I'm good with that. Let's go down and do goats and pigs. Check their water. All right, that's good. That's that heated bucket, and we're good. We're going to find out what that thing does at below 0. This probably isn't as frozen as it will be, but it will be. That'll be solid. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh, I know. I would pet you right now, but let's keep moving. I'll pet you in just a little bit. I can see you've been out in it. Plenty of water here. Now, I have filled this way beyond what I normally do, so that should last quite some time. All right, that will be frozen up. That'll be worthless, but they still drink out of it occasionally. Oh, that's cold. That's froze. Don't take my glove, girlfriend. Oh, there we go. I know it. I'm coming back in. I know. It's okay. We'll get some love in here in a little bit. Let's get everybody fed. Hi, girls. I know I'm getting you as fast as I can. Uh-oh, you know what I did? And I said I wasn't going to do it. I put water in here to rinse that out. and it's froze. That's not horrible. Oh, let's see if I can get that. Let's do this here. I want them a little bit clean in the bottom. That's right. Here we go. Here's another concern with the pig's food. As it gets colder, you know, I wet this down in the house. This alfalfa and timothy grass. I'm talking over the girls, they're really loud. What happens when it gets to be like 0 degrees and I walk out and this is wet? It's gonna freeze before I even get to the chickens. How do I fix that? I've got an idea. I'm not gonna tell you because I wanna see if it works or not, then I'll tell you. You know what I mean? Now I'll probably tell you anyway, but I'm gonna try something first, and if it works, yeehaw! I might have to get Grandma's permission. I know, I got y'all wondering what in the world I'm talking about. All right, something else I'm doing with the piggies. We're going 1 cup of food instead of half. Because it's cold, because they need the energy and the heat, that's what we're doing. So everybody gets a little extra. And I don't think it's going to cause them to gain 10 or 15 pounds over the winter. All right, does that sound good to everybody? All right, here we go. Let's get in here. Watch out, girls. Now, uh-oh, hang on. Trip. Let's not trip this morning. Oh, the ground's frozen. Oh, okay, there we go. Hang on. Come here. Come here. Here's one. Come here, hon. Come here. Here go, Libby. There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, goats. Hang on. Folks, I apologize too. I know you're hearing that wind in the mic. I can't help it. That wind's blowing about 30 miles an hour. I'm going to tell you something. Hang with me. I found something interesting about pigs that I bet you even those who own pigs, raised them, took care of them, never knew about. I'm going to tell you about that here. Let's get these goats quieted down. Then I'll tell you about the pigs and how they're built. It's interesting. You're getting an education this morning. Woo! In case y'all didn't know, I'm telling you, I'm a morning person. So in the morning, I'm pretty fired up. Late in the evening, maybe not so much. But in the morning, I'm good to go. Now, because there is a 30% chance of uh-oh, my lips are freezing. There's a 30% I can't say it. There's a 30% chance of it's not participation. There's a 30% chance of precipitation. I cracked myself up, I know. A good comedian never laughs at his own jokes. I'm not a good comedian, but so I laugh at myself. Oh, my land sakes. I'm gonna leave this hay in here, if that's okay with everybody. We're not gonna move that. We're not gonna move, oh, that's froze right there. Okay, so I'm gonna fluff this up a little bit there, and then up here I've still got some of this prairie hay. I'm gonna bring that down, and the goats will eat hay. Why would you do that? P-Dub, there's nothing in that one that you don't have over here. I don't get it. I don't understand. Talk about goats and puppies here in a little bit, but right? You getting a no? Did you give them a little snoot full? Huh? Did you give them a little old snout full, snoot full? My lips are freezing. Actually, with my onesie on, it ain't so bad. Not bad at all. So, you boys good today, huh? I think last night you got caught in the rain and you ended up down here, didn't you, for a little bit? But I know this morning they ended up in the porta hut down there because I did something for them that kept them pretty warm too. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna go talk about the pigs. We'll talk about you guys later. Forgive me if I sniff every now and then. If I stop the camera every time I sniffled, folks, we'd never get this video done. Grant me. Oh, see here, look. Here's what they did. And I wish they wouldn't do this. I also don't think I've showed you guys what I came down and did the other day. I took this tarp, put it over here to cover at least half of this, right? Make as small as opening as possible. I was kind of quite proud of myself. I had to jury rig something because I could not get this tarp, you know, to hold true to the porta hut. So I fastened this. I took some cattle panels and hooked it to this tree, hooked it to that tree and that tree over there. I mean, if you give me points for idea, but no points for style at all, but major points for creativity, okay? So that's how we got that here. So anyway, so we got this here. Hang on a second. You want to come in here with me? Yeah, let me show. So the piggies get in here, right? And I took this bale of straw, and they had this built up here like that. So I set that on there. Now they've kind of pushed the straw out, the bale. So what I'm going to do, I keep coming out every day, level this up. Now I put this bale here that's all still tied up, and I put it like that. See, so it creates a barrier right there, so that the wind can't come in here. I could always get another bale of straw there, but I'm afraid the pigs would knock it over. So when they come here now, they have all this up here and just a very small opening. Okay, look here. If I'm a pig, I'm leaning here. That's the only opening that there is. There's a little bit of wind right there, but that just can't be helped. So then they can get in there, and they burrow in under there. And I keep this shoved up here, see, like this, so that when they're in there, they crawl in, and then there's a little wind barrier right here. And yeah, so they're good. Here we go. Okay, education time. Put your thinking caps on. Piggies have 3 layers of fat. They're called subcutaneous fat layers. The first one is the thickest, then the second, then the third. Each one has a lining in between each layer of fat, okay? And so that helps keep them warm. I didn't know that. I looked it up this morning. I've had pigs, 4 years now. I didn't know it. So these piggies, their fat is their first insulator, okay? And then after that, just like everybody else, food, shelter, out of the wind, and they're good to go. So they're built pretty good for this kind of stuff. And even sub-zero temperatures. Now, you're not going to see them run around out here when it's cold. Trust me. They're going to go in there and lay, because even they know it does get cold. Cold enough not to stay out here. So they may run around a little bit out here as long as it's not below, I don't know, 15 or 20, but then they'll go in their huts. Anyhow, 3 layers of fat called subcutaneous, if I'm saying that right. Each one separated by a lining, and each one more a little bit thicker than the other. I think that's how that works. You can look it up. I probably might be wrong on that, but anyhow, yeah, that's how that's their first line of defense against the cold. I did not know that. I just figured it was fat through and through, same old fat, everything. No, 3 different layers of fat. So learned something today. Word of the day, subcutaneous. Look that up. All right, so the piggies, same way with their water. Let me double check, make sure that's not frozen. They're on the same electrical circuit, and they got the same kind of heater. Look at there. Yeah, it's not as clean on the bottom as I would like it, but right now, if I cleaned them out, I wouldn't have any way to fill that up. Doggies, get their head out of the bucket. Sissy. This right here will be worthless here in a couple hours. So we covered the pigs, the chickens. Now let's go do dogs and goats. Show you what I did down here. And then we'll go in and talk about the kitty cats real quick. Okay, so the puppies and the goats, I took this tarp and moved it down, gave them a much smaller opening. Oh, doggone it, I knew it. So what I did for the puppies here, I took 2 bales of straw and sat them up on their ends. The problem is, at some point last night, they knocked one over. That was the thing that I dreaded, or feared. So my mistake was, instead of having them sit on their thin edge, I look at that, we got company. I set them the other way, which is what I should have done last night. But that provides a wind break for the tarp right there. And again, they have a very small opening to get into. And they get back here and cuddle up. And yeah, they're very comfortable. They love laying in head, a girl. That's a girl. Hi, Tissy. Yeah, where's Bubba? Where's Bubba? He's out there playing? Yeah, he's out there playing. Okay. Yep. Here we go. So yeah, it is very nice and toasty in here, isn't it? I know. You coming in, Bubba? There's Bubba. Hi, buddy. Say, we get in here and cuddle, don't we? Do you get in here and cuddle? Oh, I know that's just probably as dark as can be. I know it, but that's okay. Yep. So anyhow, that's what we do. We get in here and cuddle a little bit, but Daddy's got to go back out, okay? I'll go back out. You guys can stay in here and hang out, okay? All right. Okay, let me get out of here. So for the goats and the doggies, they all get in there and huddle up. I feel like that's plenty warm for them. Your Great Pyrenees, you know, are and Anatolian Shepherds, you know, they're built for this stuff. Even sub-zero doesn't bother them whatsoever. I've read so many articles where they'll get out and lay in the snow. Some people keep them indoors, but they have a hard time getting them indoors even when it's 0 degrees outside. So these guys are built for it. They're good. The goats can stand sub-zero temperatures if they have out of the wind also. And these guys will be out of the wind. They cuddle with the dogs. They cuddle with each other. So they've been through, this is 4 years for them. We've had cold temps like this, so everybody's good. Look at here. He'll just lay down. Yeah, they don't care. So anybody worried about the puppies, 2 layers of fur, okay? 2 layers of fur, all right? Water, food, we're good to go. Why am I beating on this subject? Because it's something that's very, very important to me, extremely important to me to have all of our animals taken care of. So I think we're prepared. As you can see, the chickens, they are still not out yet. Still not out. Now, does that have anything to do with that door not opening? Oh, wait a minute, wait. We have an emerging chicken. We've got one to come out. Did that door lift up? Hang on a second, folks. Did he come out? Did they jump off? Which door are they coming out of? That's interesting. Let's see here. I put another tarp up, by the way, right here, this one, to protect against that north wind. No, the door did not raise. It's still down, so they're coming out of the manual. There they are. That's their first appearance. Coming on out, get something to eat. There we go. There we go. They'll know they can go in and out of that now. So, and at night I'll come out and shut it down if I have to, and raise it in the morning until that door starts working. No biggie. There's BS. We still got BS. Some of you asked about Kyle taking him. I don't know. I don't know how to get along with the guineas. You know, I do not know that. So, still working on that. But he's okay for now. All right, everybody is food and watered, sheltered, warm. Kitty cats. What I do with the kitties, as most of you know, kitty cats have this right here. Now they'll either get in this one, or they get in this here. And they get in both at the same time, kind of huddle up a little bit. I don't know why. Now they ate this little bit of food that was here. I don't know why they don't get in here. That's where I would go if I was a cat, to keep warm. Maybe they'll learn about that. I'm going to keep putting a little bit of food there, and then maybe they'll figure out to go in. I figure if they were cold enough, they'd go in there, right? But not yet. Plus, as you know, I leave this door up behind the tractor cracked about 6 inches, 4 to 6, so they can kind of come and go. But I closed it down last night, and I will continue to close it down. I make sure they're all in, 6 o'clock, whatever. They got food, they got a potty, they got water. I'll shut the door down, no air comes in. That'll keep this in here probably 20 to 30 degrees warmer than outside. If worst come to worst, and I mean it really got cold in here, we have let them come in the house a little bit and kind of wander around. Now, they don't like to stay, they'll come back out. But if it got down to where they were absolutely frigid out here and we knew they were uncomfortable, we would put them in the utility room, food, water, their potty and everything, and just let them stay in there. We don't want to do that until it's a last resort, but if it comes to that, that's what we'll do, whatever's best for them. You know, I don't want to get them used to staying in the house. We need them outside to catch mice and moles and snakes and whatever else. So, okay. So that wraps up the part of feeding the animals. Well, let's go inside, hang around. I'm going to talk to Grandma. I'm going to tell you what my middle name is. All righty. Well, coming to you from somewhere frigid. Look, I got a jacket on inside the house, even though we've got it to what, 70?
I think we're up to 72 finally.
72 finally? Yeah, I hope everybody's staying warm. You know, that's why I shot that video, this one, the first part of it early, showed everybody how we got the animals ready, because preparing for today, and this is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I don't even think we're going to see a high of 10 or 11 until Tuesday. So, and then Wednesday the high will be 33. I'll be out running around with my t-shirt and shorts on.
No, you won't.
I'll think it's summer at 33 if it goes up.
Oh.
Got up this morning, it was 8 below. We're all the way up to 0. We're at 0 right now.
It would have been 8 below in here.
Woo.
I hadn't got up.
Well, I know I messed up. We are on we're all electric, total electric heat wise. So we have a heat pump, and those familiar with heat pumps gets down to, oh golly, let's say it gets down to 60. Well, they don't even work. I have to use, what? No, you explain it. You're the builder. You explain it. What happens? What
If
did
it
I
gets
do?
below a certain temperature, your auxiliary heat kicks on. We've never had one that the auxiliary didn't just automatically kick on. This one, for some reason, it's not automatic, and I think that it's probably not hooked up right. The first year we lived here, we found out when winter came around that we didn't have any auxiliary heat strips. They hadn't hooked them up, so they had to come out and do that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Now I don't think it's hooked up to automatically come on. So it was what, 68?
67.
67 in here. And we had the cats come in last night. You can tell that story. That's even better.
Well, when I got up this morning at 3, it felt pretty good. But then as I sat here in the chair, it kept getting a little cooler, and we have it on 70, and I thought, what's going on? So Leanne gets up and goes, hey, it's freezing in here, and I said, well, everything's fine. She said, well, did the strip heater, auxiliary heaters, by the way, are nothing but strip heaters inside whatever, and it just glows red. It's literally air blowing across the heated wire. Well, which is, the power company just loves it, because that just, zzz, you can see your electric, whatever, the old style meter going around and around, and that's what we're on right now. So I'm glad you're paying the bill. But anyhow, last night when it got super cold, Mama Kitty will come in. Baby Kitty's another story. We finally coaxed them both in, but out in the garage, even though it may be 10, 15 degrees warmer, but when it's 8 below, that's nothing. And I felt like I felt like, oh, they got to come in. So they spent the night in here last night.
Mama Kitty was happy to come in.
Mm-hmm.
She sat down over there by me, and she was content.
She sat on the couch.
Baby acted like she was going to be murdered or something.
Yeah, baby,
she was a nervous wreck.
She was the wild one. She went back out. She'd go back out, and I tried to get her back in. So eventually, they got them both in. Now, we don't want to turn them into inside cats. We don't. But it could not leave them in the garage.
Well, even when you put her out in the garage, she sat right there by the door and just hunkered down like she was freezing to death.
I know. So I'd go out and open the door, and she's a foot away from it. I finally picked her up and put her inside, and I said, well, just go ahead and whine. So she just whined. In the laundry room by the garage door. We brought their food in, water, a potty. They had everything, and we just let them go wherever they wanted to go.
Way too many churros just to try to make her happy.
I know. So, yeah, that's true. They came in, spent the night. I got up this morning. They're running around. Mama just laid on the couch. We put a blanket down there,
and she'd wander down the hall and get up on the bed and lay down, and she was content. You know?
Yeah. Baby was quite annoyed. Even this morning, I'm sitting here in my chair, and she's jumping up here, she's jumping on me, and then she'd jump over there. But she was warm. I told Leanne, I said, you know what? I don't care if she complains. We know she's warm. All right. So this morning, right, when I went out to feed everybody, I let them out. They both went outside. I came back in. I left the door up about like so. The wind's out of the north, so it's blowing into the garage. Well, baby come in. She's out there in the perch, right? Mama's gone for an hour or so. I don't know where she's at running around. And it's 4 degrees, 4 below, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
When I said below, I said 8 below, didn't I? It started out, yeah, it's 5, 6 below. Yeah, it's 0 now. I'll tell you the current situation, and I have opened that door about half a dozen times the last hour. They are both out in that top perch, huddled up together in that cat tree. And I put the door down, and that's where they are. And I'll go out, I'll call them, come on, come see me. Nope, they're not coming in. I'm thinking, you know what? It's on you.
I think Mama Kitty would, because Mama Kitty sat over there last night looking at baby like, what is your problem?
I don't know. She might, but right now it just kind of gets me mad at them.
But when you woke up this morning, that you said they were in the dining room chairs.
They were sitting. We have cushions on the dining room chairs, and that's where they were. They'd each taken a chair.
I mean, they could have got on the love seat. We had blankets out for them. They could have got anywhere they wanted.
Well, it's good to know that they want to be outside, and when they want to come in, they're free to come in. So that way you all know all of our animals are toasty right now.
Well, of course, Revel thinks it's, summertime. He's out just walking around and...
Well, I made that little video that they're going to, this morning of me. It's 5 below, I think is what it was, and the 2 dogs are playing. I finally got the goats down there to eat, but right now they're all in the shelter. But they even get out and walk around, even if it's 4 or 5 below. They were out walking around. The pigs come out and ate, you know, but then I do it quickly. So everybody right now is happy. The chickens, I got the little door open. They're kind of coming out, you know, but they can have the option to stay in. But
Well, I'm happy now that you built a fire. I'm content.
Yeah, I built a fire early. It's like noon now, not quite. So I'm hoping we have enough firewood to get us through the day.
I'll drive out to Kyle's if not.
All right, awesome. I'll be here watching football.
That's fine.
Bring us back something to eat, will you? If you get out. Hey, you know what we got to do?
What? Oh, yes.
My middle name. My middle name.
What is your middle name? I don't think you've ever told me.
I know, it's a secret. But it's not, you know, here's the deal. And I know I didn't make fun of my name. I didn't make fun of, but I feel like since my name's Ralph, it gives me license to make fun of anybody's name I want to.
I messed up though. One of you, I was answering comments too, or trying to, and one of you that guessed it, I answered, and Ralph goes, "You told him?" I said, "I didn't know we weren't supposed to," so I had to go back and find you. I could tell you later who it was, but
Deleted
I had to
the comment.
Huh?
Did you delete it?
I did. I deleted my comment.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you almost just gave it away. So it's been a couple. My middle name is Emerson. Several of you had guessed it, but there's a lot of Eugenes and Elvis and Everett and Edward and you name it. You know, they were out there. But yeah, my dad's name was middle name was Emerson. I had I think it was a great-great-grandfather. His name was Burr Emerson, and it just got passed on down. My younger brother named his youngest son, his middle name was Emerson. Ralph and Emerson were not really cool names when I was young. It just wasn't. In the 70s, Ralph then was not a common name, especially not now. And Emerson was, but I like Emerson. I do. I like it. It's
Emerson is actually a popular name right now for
even
babies.
for first names, right? Some people call it their first name.
Yeah.
And there's a young lady that works. I think she's at Atwoods. I think her first name's Emerson. It is her name. Her first name is Emerson.
I didn't know it was a popular girl's name.
Well, it is. That's her name. Anyhow, that's my middle name, Emerson, and my initials are R-E-D. And some of you, a lot of people told me what their names were and what their initials were, and some of them are pretty amusing. So I kind of got that started, and it was pretty funny. We didn't name any of our kids Ralph or Emerson.
No, we did not.
We did not. A lot of people out there have relatives named Ralph. Anyway, that's the scoop. It didn't fit me at 15 or 20 or 25 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 55. I know why I was named Ralph. I was named after a cousin. He was a catcher for the Chicago Cubs. All right, that's pretty cool. He gave me a $25 savings bond at the time. And when I was 16, I wanted some 15 for what it was. I wanted some money, and I said, "Hey, let me cash that savings bond in," and they did. I made 25. Yeah, it was $25.
They let you?
They let me. Yeah. But anyway, I had questioned my mom for finally, kinda. I didn't want to make her feel bad for naming me Ralph, and I never did say, "Man, Mom, I wish you'd." I never ever said to my mom or dad, "I wish you'd. I don't like my name. I wish you'd have picked a different name." It just sounds funny when the teacher goes, "Ralph," or the lady at Cakes and Creams in Branson, "Ralph," you know.
He would go in and give the boys' names, and then the boys would run up there and say Ralph. Don't say our name. Say Ralph.
So they get on the
They did it
loudspeaker
every
and
time.
call me Ralph. Even when you go to Chick-fil-A, "Can I have a name with this?" For a long time, I'd tell them it was Matt or Bill or Joe or Phil. Yes, it's okay. I don't mind it now. I've kind of grown into it. It took me 65 years to get over it. Well, there we go. Now there you know. Now you know. What else? I wanted to say one thing. Sometimes when I answer a comment back or an email, that's the whole thing about texting and emails. You put things in writing, you push send, then you're going, "Well, maybe that didn't sound quite right." Sometimes it's kind of hard to express emotion through a text, and you can kind of misunderstand. And that's happened a couple of times in a couple of comments here lately.
Do you read them before you hit send?
Never, ever. Never. I never read them after. No, I don't ever proofread them. I just go. I do
That's kind of
proofread.
like how you talk.
I know, exactly. I do proof.
There's a blooper.
Yeah,
I left it in.
I do proofread. Wow. Yeah. I do proofread some. I do proofread them, but you know, if it's, and it's probably borderline when I send it out, that sardonic, sarcastic humor might come out, and I kind of make some people feel bad. And
that really is how you are, though. I mean, even when you talk, you don't really think, you just say it, and then, you know, that is how he is.
Yeah, and when I'm out videoing, it kind of, wow, I'm having a little trouble.
Too.
I'm having a little trouble. That's like trying to say whatever I was trying to say out there.
So what's your point?
Well,
did you hurt somebody's feelings?
Yes, I did. I hurt somebody's feelings, and she got back with me, and she apologized, and hey, you don't have to apologize to me. She was stating her honest opinion about something. Very, very nice, very, you know.
It's usually you that need to apologize.
And I did.
Okay.
I said I was sorry. I said, you know, I didn't mean to, I could have done a better job. And so folks, I apologize if I send you something that's a little curt. Curt's a good name. Or sassy, or whatever you want to call it, you know, call me out on it. Call me out on it, because sometimes I send them out and then I go, well, you know, maybe you shouldn't. And I could go back in and delete it, but I don't, you know. If we were sitting in a situation where I was across the table from somebody, I would say the same things, but you'd have an instantaneous explanation, or a hey, you know, let's work this out type thing. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, you know. Instead, it kind of goes back and forth. And I try to get as many comments in as I can. And a lot of times now, my words are very few, because I'm trying to get as many in as possible. And I don't explain things like this. I'll do it like this. So if you send me something like this, okay, you're probably going to get something like that, because I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time. And
if he's responding to comments, he'll be over here reading it. He'll go, Leanne, I was like, what? And he said, this is yours, and he'll show me the comment, and I have to go back and read it and send it.
So I am editing my comments. I try to, you know, so. All right.
You have had coffee this morning.
You know, I'm drinking half calf now.
Half calf?
50. Yeah, it's not full calf. It's half calf. Then I'm going to wean myself off full calf. I'm going to go to half calf.
Careful.
Huh? Yeah.
Half.
Yeah. So I'm going to I'll eventually be no calf and just do it for the taste. You know, I don't need caffeine. Thank you all too. Can we move on? Are we over that? Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Thank you. 99.999% of everybody supported our decision. I guess it was more my decision not to get many donkeys.
I didn't want many donkeys to begin with, but you kind of convinced me of it.
Yeah, I know.
Then all of a sudden you came in and said, we're not getting many donkeys.
Yep, I had myself convinced it was the right thing to do, and then, you know, I kept going, which is what I think you should do, to the point where I thought, you know, it's not worth it. And everybody understood, said, hey, you know, donkeys and goats don't mix. Somebody, you know, most of the time, it's like I said there are exceptions to every rule. There are exceptions always. But the most part is that I think it's a good decision. So we're over that. Okay, I feel better now. I appreciate the therapy session, everybody. That's what you're good for. Well, wait a minute. That don't sound right either. See, that's something right there. You just blew it again. I blew it again. I can't help it. Hang on. Can I get my foot in my mouth? All right. If you're out in this stuff, you be careful. Don't get out unless it's an emergency. It's super duper cold. I took my gloves off today just to get in the gate, unlatch the gates, and my hands were almost immediately, my right hand, I couldn't even hardly get the gate.
Have you got your gloves working now, both of them?
They do, but you know, it's 5, 6 below. You can't, there's hardly anything. The rest of me was warm, but my hands got cold fingers immediately. So don't go outside. If you know, get in the newspaper, I don't know, whatever it is, but you know, make sure you've got somebody watching you. You get out there and fall and you're in trouble. Be safe, everybody. Thank you for watching our video. Appreciate your time. God bless. We love you. Until next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. They're going to tell me that I need to let you talk more. Maybe our next video I'll let you talk more. That's a good idea, and I'll just take a break.
It's going to be a short video.